Okay, we are live at Old Town Quilt Shop at a different hour than normal, 9:30 in the morning, because we're going to show you our 5 days of Christmas. So remember, we're doing 5 days instead of 12 days, because we can't remember all those days of Christmas and all those specials. But anyway, this is something that we're going to be doing for the next 5 mornings. So every morning at 9:30, we'll be coming to you live with a special. Now, the way that this is going to work is that you are going to email us if you want this special. So every time you want a special, you need to send us an email. And then at the end of the week, we will add up your what you've ordered, and we'll bill you. In that email, you need to let us know whether or not you want those items shipped. And if you do, we need to get an address for that as well. Okay, so we will be contacting you. So we need a phone number. We'll be contacting you or emailing you, but we're going to need, obviously your credit card number to bill you. So don't put that in your email. We will contact you for that information. Okay? All right, so every day we're going to have a different special, and any of the specials that you want, again, you just send us an email. Don't call us or don't come in the shop and say you want one of those specials, because the only way we're going to do them is via email. That way we have a record of it and you have a record of it. Okay, so let's, oh, and one other thing before we get going, I just want to make sure that people know we will remain open. We are, retail, so we are allowed to open even though we are at the stay-at-home mandates, and we're going to continue the way we have been with only 3 customers allowed in the shop, and of course you have to wear a mask. And so we're doing it as safely as we possibly can, but we will be open. So for those of you who have wondered whether we were going to have to close, no, we're not going to close the in-store shopping. Okay, so let's get started with today's special. So day 1 of the 5 days of Christmas. Okay, so these are what you have for what we have for you today, and they're kind of the basics. They're some basic things for sewing. So the first thing I'm going to go over is needles. Okay, your sewing machine obviously needs a needle, and you need to change that. Really, they say, after 8 hours of sewing. So what we have found is that the Microtex works on most, certainly all the cotton fabrics. If you're using a rayon, you might want to, I don't know if you want to switch to universal or not, but the Microtex have the extra sharp points, and the 8012, which is the size that's in the special, is kind of the go-to standard size. So the Schmetz Microtex 8012 needles. So a pack of the needles, and then pins. You need to pin your items together if you're going to get accurate seams. So we have these extra fine, ultra fine pins with the glass bead heads, so they're heat resistant. So if you do accidentally iron over them, they're not going to melt on you. So these are wonderful pins, and they come in a little plastic container. I want to say plastic tin, but that's that would be a misnomer. Yeah, an oxymoron. Okay, and then we have gone over these before. We love these. They look like birthday candles, but they're just a special treat for your sewing machine. This, after you've used a larger brush to clean your sewing machine, then you want to go into all those little areas, and it has like this, it's like a really long Q-tip with a little, tiny fuzz catcher. Let me tell you, that thing catches all the little fuzz that you can't see. So you think that you have cleaned your machine to within an inch of its life, and then you go over it with this and you find more fuzz. So these are fabulous. We love these for cleaning our machine. And you should be cleaning your machine, especially every time you change that needle. Every time you change the bobbin, you really should clean out your bobbin case. Okay, So those 3 items. Now these scissors, these are the Karen K. Buckley Perfect Scissors, and this is the small size. And I love these. I have them by my machine. Your fingers fit in them. They work for right or left-handed people. They have a very pointy tip, so you can get right in there to clip things with. And that's what I use it for. I'm clipping my threads and sometimes doing a little cutting. And they have a serrated edge, which kind of grips things. So especially when you're getting those stray threads, it'll grip those and let you cut them. So very comfortable. And yes, you can still do it with your left hand if you're not. Well, I'm not left-handed, so I don't have the dexterity to do it. But your fingers fit in there either way. There's no right hand, left hand to this because of the way they've designed the handles. And then the color wheel. So I know that picking colors and matching colors is something people really struggle with, and a color wheel will help you. So if you have some fabrics at home and you want to know, what will go with it, you can use the color wheel, and you can, and there's a nice explanation on here of the, secondary colors and the tertiary colors, and how to do that, the complementary. So there's lots of information on there, and this really will help you. You want to do, you look at things that, it helps if you look at something that you like, you like how the colors were put together, and then you can figure out on here, oh, it's complementary colors that I like, or it's split complementary colors that I like. You can figure that out using the color wheel, and then it arms you with a little more knowledge. So it's always good to have a color wheel at your beck and call here. I'm sorry?
Flip it over.
Oh, Stacy. Stacy wants me to, she wants to film both sides of this so that you can see the whole thing, okay? So that's how that works. All righty. So what have we not gone over? Again, oh, the price. Okay. So the special is, if you were to buy these separately, the retail value in our store would be $46.21. And the special price for those people who email us and ask for day one special is $36.21. So that's our deal for today. And this is a great little thing. Just, even if you already have, a pair of scissors by your machine, I have 2 or 3, and I have one in my travel case because I am confident that we are going to be traveling again and sewing in places other than just our homes. So, you might want to put together a case for yourself. And it's always nice to have extras. So if you want these just for yourself, or just for, a new sewer, or just, a friend of yours, because these are all items that everyone can use all the time when you are sewing, whether you sew clothing, or you sew quilts, or you sew bags. These are all necessary items. So these are kind of our basics. So we're starting out our 5 days of Christmas with basics. Okay, what else are we forgetting, and are there any questions? Is there anybody awake out there?
There are people awake.
Oh, good. I'm glad that there are people awake out there. We aren't the only ones. So, all righty. Then I guess we have it. No questions. Everybody knows that you need to email us at oldtownquiltshop@gmail.com. So we'll get that email if you want that special. And at the end of the week, we will put those all together, and we'll be contacting you, and then we'll be shipping them out or having them available sometime later, next week, hopefully. But there's no, we have no guarantees because of shipping. So anyway, any questions out there?
Bonnie Barber says, love the quilt behind you.
Oh, yes. Well, and I'm sure we'll feature this on our Wednesday video. So don't forget, we still will be doing a Wednesday video at 5 p.m. But this quilt is called Suburbs.
Nope.
No, Suburban Skies. You know, there's a lot of quilts out there with very similar names, and I get confused. So anyway, Suburban Skies, and yeah, you can see the whole thing. This stayed in my house for quite a while. It came to visit me on my long arm.
And she did a great job.
And I ripped out maybe as much as I sewed in, but anyway, doesn't matter. What we're concentrating on really is our specials today.
We'll talk tomorrow.
Yes. Okay. So, any other questions?
Nope. People saying hi.
Okay. Well, you all have a great day. And remember, we are open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And 3 of you can be in the shop at once. Okay? So, talk to you later. Bye.